Alright boys, that's August the 5th, 6:45. Now what I'm going to show here could apply to the fast multi-frequency coils, okay? You can do your own experiments, alright? Well, I'm going to show the HF2 coil. Okay, I'm going to stay in fast program, pitch tones. 6.8 is the Deus silencer to 90 sensitivity. This is not really a depth test. 53 kilohertz band. Iron volume is maxed for this video. Audio response 4. Alright. You see that clad dime there by itself? You see what it reads? 94.95. Now you could be in a site running notch, not running notch. Of course, where you run your notch would depend on what you might hear. Okay? You see that dime there and you see that nail. Now remember what I said. I've got the iron tone maxed on this machine. I just swept that target. You see that meter? See that meter? So when you sweep that, listen. You may look at that meter and say, oh, damn, 80. Well, that ain't no count. That ain't no silver nothing, is it? That ain't even a clad, that ain't even a zinc-un. Clad dime quarter. And you walk off, huh? So, if we go in here, and go down here and select this ground brake, iron brake. Now, I'm not telling you how to use your machine. I'm just going to show you the difference here. Alright, I ran it to about a 6.4. You'll have to do your own experiments. Now, that's all I've changed on the machine, okay? I just swept that target again, okay? I've got that same 80, but listen. You hear that? What's that telling you? Don't believe the meter, huh? And you see what it is. It's a clad dime. That solo reads 94.95. I'll sweep again. Listen. You hear that? You can sweep a lot of detectors across that like I did just then. And you may not hear that nail. But that nail can compromise this machine, okay? It can compromise a machine's ID. Let's check 29 kilohertz band here right quick. There's the solo. Now this is lower frequency. Let's see what happens. Now I've still got that ground iron brake at minus 6.4. See my ID? You hear that? 87. Solo, it's 92. We're going to take that ground iron brake back to 0. 29 kilohertz band. You know, there's some people paid with machines digging clad, believe it or not. It's all good exercise. You dig what you want, boys. I don't care what you dig. Okay, now I've got that ground iron brake back to 0. Listen. I still got an 87. 87. You don't hear that nail, do you? Just something you might want to think about using this equipment, okay? Okay, I got it back in there. You can hear that iron. Hear it? Clearly hear it. See that meter. So low ID on the dime, but we hear the iron. That would make us suspicious, right? Let me turn the camera off. I want to show you something else here. Alright, camera back on. I'm in 29 kilohertz band still with this fast program. Now you don't hear anything there, right? We're going to put that same little piece of iron that was used in a previous video. You see it there? Now, some of these people with Deus 2, maybe they use the threshold function. Well, I'm not using it yet, okay? I've got the ground iron brake at minus 6.4. So you hear that iron tone, okay? I'm going to turn this back to 0. The iron tone is still maxing the machine. Now we don't hear it, right? So I'm going to transition over here. Threshold. I'm going to turn it up pretty high. Maybe you can hear that in that camera. Okay, the ground iron tone brake is at 0. No, that iron has no effect. See it there? I'm sweeping it. No effect on the threshold. Okay? I'm going to bring that ground brake. I'm just going to run it down the lowest it'll go. Alright, now listen. Let me turn the iron volume to 0. Iron volume to 0. The threshold is maxed. Okay, ground iron brake is minus 6.4. Listen. Hear that? It interrupts that threshold. Okay. Now you get this on version 3, anything you can get off XP site to run with all of these coils, even the fast multi-frequency. So threshold goes away when I get over that nail, but if I take this back to 0, threshold is uninterrupted. Okay, that's going to conclude the video. Have a good evening.